Guys, what's up? It's Mike D here with Second Form Strength. So, a funny story. I have already recorded a 20-minute video, but I did it outside on my balcony, and the noise was terrible. You couldn't hear a thing I was saying. And I was dropping some good stuff there too. I don't know if I can recreate it, but maybe this video will be a little shorter, more succinct, and get to the point a little bit quicker. So, as you can see, I've changed up the setting a bit in my bedroom. Yeah, much quieter here. So you should be able to hear me loudly and clearly, which is good. So I want to talk about jobs. Well, 9 to 5 jobs in particular. You know, the rat race as they call it. I mean, a lot of us are a part of it. I still currently am. And, you know, on this channel, it's going to be a lot of kind of fitness, physique, body stuff, but it's also going to be a lot of mindset, mental things. And I think this, and also how to not only have strength in your body and physique, but then how that can lead to success and strength in other areas of your life, whether it's financial, whether it's relationships, whether it's a particular sport you're doing, whatever it is, an athletic pursuit. You know, maybe you want to start a business. Could be anything, but really, I believe that all of that, any successful business that someone has created on their own, obviously it's because they provided value. But the only way you can provide value, I feel like, is through something that you're truly passionate about. Because when you're truly passionate about something, you have energy. And when you can use that energy, when you're passionate and you have that energy, the energy is boundless, because to you it's not difficult to spend 8 to 10 hours working on something you love, as opposed to 8 to 10 hours working at a place you hate, like many of us do. You know, I mean, I currently, you know, I think I've talked about it in my last video, but I put in a month's notice for my job yesterday. So I'm living it. I'm not just speaking this on a video and not taking any action. I'm living this. This is proof that I'm going through this right now. Like, this is, most people would consider this a very stressful time, but I'm just looking at it as another opportunity for growth. And I think that's the way you have to look at these kind of things. And if you ever want to get out of jobs, working 9 to 5s, it starts with doing things like this. Like, not always, you know, some people just luck into it, or some people do it the smart way, which if you can do it this way, great. You know, they have savings, they've built it up, they work it out, they, you know, can do it and live more comfortably. But sometimes you need to learn these things as you go. Some of us have different talents from the time that we're born, and for some people they're just intuitively better at doing athletic things with their body. It's easier for them to do those kind of things, anything that's physical. And for me, that was always the case. Whereas when it came to studying, when it came to financial acumen, business acumen, any of that stuff, I was really lacking. And I still am, but I'm much better now. But regardless, just the fact that we all start with different skills doesn't mean that we can't attain the other ones. And, you know, you might be watching this channel and you might be going, fuck, I've got the financial stuff sorted, like, I'm good. I know what I want to do for my career, I've got that sorted. But my body isn't where I want it to be. And if that's a missing puzzle piece for you, definitely send me a message on Instagram, Second Form Strength, shameless plug. Currently, I'm just offering free transformations because I'm studying personal training right now. I'm learning as I go, and I'm very confident that I'll get you where you want to be, but I want to prove that I don't need to charge money for this. I just want I just want your results. All I want from you is your before and after pics. So I can use that, and then eventually I will start charging. So if you get in now, it's a great deal. But anyway, I'll continue. So, some of us have different puzzle pieces that are missing, right? But I think that anything worthwhile chasing, anything that you're passionate about, and it's cliche to say, but you really do need to follow your passion. Like, people will say it, but they won't really put the action behind it. Like, sometimes the action is quitting without a safety net. And a lot of people will call you retarded. I don't know if I probably got demonetized for using that word. I might edit that out. I'll see if I can be bothered. But either way, people will call you silly. People will call you, that you're not thinking correctly about this and that you should really do things correct. And look, I'm not saying don't listen to people, but at the same time, especially if you're a people pleaser, like I naturally am, when you're a people pleaser, the problem is that we tend to focus too much on pleasing other people before ourselves. And in essence, we think that by doing this, well, more people will like us. And that is how we get our validation. And that's very toxic. You will not have a happy life if you continue to do that. Let me tell you, as someone that did that for the past 30 years, doesn't get you anywhere. People will be nice to you. People will want to be around you because they know they can get stuff off you easily. It's just a sad reality. They won't respect you. They won't. The only way you get respect is by doing what you want to do regardless and saying, I don't give a fuck what other people think. I'm doing this because I believe in it. And I mean, how many of us go to our jobs? How many of us clock in every morning and we see the people we work with? And it's almost like there's like a hive mind thing where you're all thinking the same thing, like, I'd rather be somewhere else. But no one is. Like, you'll see so many of those people will be there 10 years later because they are attached to the idea of the security. They are like, well, I could leave, but what would I do? What would I do? Am I even capable? Do you see what I mean? It all starts with the self. If you don't believe you're capable of doing anything else, you won't. Simple as that. The mind achieves what it believes. And if you set a bunch of negative beliefs in your mind from the get-go and say, well, I've got to work here because it's what everyone else does. But you see what you're doing? You're listening to other people, you're following other people, you're not following yourself. Anyone that's done anything worthwhile has followed their own vision and has dealt with a lot of criticism. Anyone. Fucking look. Go look at all the people that have done something with their lives. Look at when they first started. People probably thought they were crazy. You've heard the stories. But until you actually, and I'm not saying everyone is successful in terms of financial, for sure. Many people that do that don't become billionaires or even millionaires or even 100,000-aires. But I would wager that a lot of those people that did it and took those chances have a lot more interesting stories to tell than the people that never did. And I would also guarantee you that the people that took those chances have a more developed character, a stronger sense of identity, and generally they're happier, even if they might not be richer. Like, you guys got to stop looking at money as though it's the greatest marker of fulfillment, because it's not. And intuitively we all know that. But we stay in these jobs because they give us the money and the security, and we're afraid to step out of that. But when you step out of that, that's when you break the chains. And I'm not going to go into the whole, it's a matrix and everything like that, because it's a word that's thrown around a lot. But I do agree with the general sentiment of it. Like, jobs are, by nature, designed to keep you stuck. They're designed to put a limit on what your soul can achieve and what you can achieve as a person. By nature, because you're working for somebody else. You can climb up a ladder only so far. But if you're building the ladder yourself, it can be any type of ladder you want. And it's your ladder. It's your unique ladder. And why do you want to climb someone else's ladder? They can knock you off at any time. You build your own ladder, well, only you can knock yourself off. So just think about that. I mean, if you don't like ladder analogies, then think about it with another object. But either way, the concept remains true. When you focus more on yourself, it may not be an easy path, but it's a path that will actually lead to something. And it's a path that will lead you feeling fulfilled each day that you're on this earth. More importantly, maybe the most importantly, it's a path that will give you back your time. And I think we could all agree that time is more valuable than money, because money comes and money goes. Time doesn't. Time goes one direction, forward. You don't get it back. Money shifts and changes all the time. So you really need to look at it and go, am I really valuing my time? Am I really valuing myself? Sometimes you have to take risks. And like I said, I'm not just saying this and not putting action behind it. I have debt, maybe about $3,500. I have rent I need to pay every week. I have car payments. I have all these things. And I have a month left of income for my job. And I need to find something else. Now, I am studying to become a personal trainer. I have direction. And that's kind of what I want you to take out of this too. I may not financially have it all together, but I feel like I definitely have my direction. It's all becoming aligned. And to me, that's way more important, because there are so many people that have their financials together that have no direction. It's easy to make money mindlessly. It's hard to make progress mindlessly, like true character building progress. You need to be all in for that. You need to invest your mental, physical, and emotional energy into it. And most people aren't up for that task. They just want to make the money so they can go on vacations to temporarily numb the fact that to continue making this money, they have to do something they don't like. I would rather spend some years not making as much money to eventually making just as much money doing what I love. But you can't get to that point without going through some struggle. But it's up to you how you color that struggle. Me, I'm going to choose to look at it as growth, not struggle. You have to break through the obstacles. There's always going to be obstacles. But you have to imagine that you're just an armored sentinel. If you don't know what a sentinel is like just a hulking massive machine and metal and strength, and you're just fucking barging through the obstacles because you're powered by your inner belief. And if you believe in yourself, anything is achievable. But it's going to sound like woo-woo to the people that have never even tried to work on themselves. If you're on that path, you'll know that it's much less woo-woo than you think. So that's all I got for today. If you'd like to get on the path yourself, if you want to transform your body, transform your life, message me on Instagram, Second Form Strength. I have some spots open. It's all free because, as I said before, I'm learning as I go. But you have the added benefit with that of someone who's fresh with information, who's currently living what they're saying, and is really invested in just helping you. I don't want your money. I literally just want to get you results. So hit me up if you're interested. I would love to help. Other than that, guys, you'll see me tomorrow. Daily videos. But yeah, have a good one. I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.